Hello, everyone. That is Roman here from AVPeople, and you are watching Affiliate Marketing Virtual Summit, our first day, fundamentals and basics of affiliate marketing. And today we are going to talk about an advertising network, how that works. And to help me with that, we have invited our friend, Renz Gonzalez from PropellerAds network, one of the biggest ad network in the world. And Renz will be helping us, just guiding us through how an ad network work. Hey, Renz, let me know if you can see me and hear me and everything is all right.
Yeah, I can hear you pretty loud and clear. So hi, Roman. It's a great pleasure to be, amongst all of the other expert speakers that you have on board. And thank you for allowing us to be a part of it.
Yeah, thank you for participating, actually. Just a few words about yourself. So you call yourself ad tech aficionado. Do I even pronounce this word correctly? Is that
an aficionado?
Aficionado. That is a guy who fight bulls, you might not mistaken, right?
sort of, yeah.
I remember it from a book. That was a book from Hemingway, I guess, the American writer.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you have been in the industry for many years. You kind of passionate about advertising technologies, about technologies in general, I believe, and you have a strong professional sales background, extensive knowledge of the diverse ad formats, and it's better if you can add something on your own. What is your background? How did you even stumble upon affiliate marketing?
Sure. I guess I would start with, I've started my career in the in-app traffic industry many years ago, and I've been a part of PropellerAds for almost 3 years, and everything is just fantastic. I mean, as an ad network, obviously, we're one of the greatest and one of the biggest in the industry, but I am a business development manager and also a public speaker representing PropellerAds, yes.
Right, so you are brand ambassador, in other words.
Well, we could say that, absolutely.
Right. So what have you prepared for us today, Renz?
Sure. We have prepared a very simple presentation regarding what an ad network is. So we're going to showcase some of the key factors so that new affiliates who want to join the industry, the affiliate marketing industry, for them to have let's say a crash course, a very simple crash course on, what to take note and how to choose the right ad network for them.
Right. This being said, should we waste no more time and just begin with the presentation? And I warn you that I might be asking some questions along the way, because that
Go ahead, feel free.
This presentation means to be towards beginners. So I imagine that I am a beginner, understand nothing, and so I might ask some basic questions.
Feel free. I mean, you're very welcome to have your questions and everything that you might want.
Perfect. Then let's begin, man.
Elaborate. Thanks. All right, sure. Let me just share the presentation. Can you see it clearly? Is it okay?
I can see it perfectly.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, again, I want to thank the Affiliate Virtual Summit for inviting us and being a part of this great venture. I hope you have a great start. And yes, so we have prepared a very simple crash course into the world of affiliate marketing. Now, many affiliates, many super affiliates who are in the industry, of course, have extensive knowledge and experiences, but this is an industry that's always heavily fluctuated. And almost anyone can be an affiliate marketer and enjoy the benefits of freedom of working wherever you are around the world. And yeah, let's begin. And I hope that new more people will join us in this ever-growing industry. Now, the basic fundamental question that we are going to talk about today is, what is an ad network? So an ad network Let me see. All right. So an ad network basically aggregates ad supply from publishers and match it with advertisers' demand. So this means that an ad network, an advertising network, connects publishers with advertisers. We connect buyers and sellers. So both sides don't actually need to strike hundreds and hundreds of deals in order to work together. And this is where ad networks act as mediators. Now, I want to start with some key factors, some key bullet points of choosing an ad network if you're new to the industry. Of course, number one would be the ad network size. So what do I mean by this is you have to have a background check, a full analysis of the ad network that you're going to work with. I mean, big or small, there are a lot of ad networks in the industry. And of course, there are ad networks that are, have been functioning for 10 years, almost some 5 years, some 2 years. So this is very important to have, a clear picture. So make sure to go online, check, their website, check on LinkedIn, check on Facebook, how big they are, how many people are working in the company. And also, I would also recommend to, check blogs or STM, Athlift. These are, sites where there's extensive amount of information and feedback and suggestions from fellow affiliates, advertisers, and also people from ad networks as well. Number two for me would be direct premium quality traffic check. So what I mean by this is you have to know exactly what kind of traffic the ad network has. I mean, if you're going to work, for example, with an affiliate network or a CPA network where they have, the actual offers that you will get from, most of these offers, of course, require mainstream traffic. So that means that you have to make sure that there's no adult or intent traffic correlated if you're going to run a mainstream offer, like for example, a sweepstake offer or a direct brand that are more sensitive into these kind of traffic.
So Renz,
mainstream
traffic means just simply non-adult traffic, right?
Yeah, non-adult, non-incent, purely premium traffic. So, I mean, a lot of ad networks do bypass these kind of specifications, but, as I said, make sure that the ad network that you're going to work with has premium direct traffic. How to find this? Go on LinkedIn, go on various sites where there's a lot of discussions about, what kind of traffic quality feedback others have.
What is incent traffic, Renz? Can you elaborate on that a bit?
For sure. So incent traffic is basically traffic that is a little bit more complicated. It drives, incent, I would say, it drives incent urgency. So for example, I have, let's say I have an e-commerce offer, right? So if incent traffic in this case, if publishers are using, very misleading creatives, like you won, say a product or something like that, that would be considered incent.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, so let's go to number 4. It's a user targeting option. So many ad networks have various multiple targeting options in order for you to narrowly target the user audience that you're interested or have to target for your specific product or offer that you're going to promote. So make sure that the ad network has multiple such targeting options in order for you to specifically target or perhaps narrow down the targeting options that you have in order for you to have a greatly performing campaign. Now, number 5 is initial budget. I've added this because, as a new affiliate, it would be very important to know a starter point of budget that, each ad network allows you to start with or to begin with. Now, I suggest if you're going to have, let's say, start with one offer, to have a significantly low budget of around $150, $200 just to, test the offer quite correctly. And on your way to go to further optimizations. And lastly, I've added available ad formats. I mean, as you know, Roman, there are a lot of ad formats. You know, each ad network are working with. Of course, in the industry, we have tons and tons of them, like email marketing, video interstitials, pre-rolls, native on websites. So today, I'm going to discuss about 4 of the main ad formats that are considered the top formats that everybody in the industry are using right now and are currently performing, huge performance for them.
And they are also beginners friendly, on my opinion.
Absolutely.
And, easy to start with,
yeah.
easy to understand.
Absolutely. And this is why we chose these specific ad formats, because these are very easy to start with, especially for new affiliates. So as you know, Roman, we have Popunder, which is a very, very classic and long time ad format that's being used widely and being utilized in the industry. These are full tab ads that are user initiated. So it opens up as a new tab once a user is browsing on one of the publisher websites that an ad network is working with. And these are very engaging, along with an attractive page, perhaps a pre-lander to attract prospect sales or leads or anything that you're promoting off. Second would be push notifications. But before that, I want to explain just briefly about each and every ad format, because following through, I will break down like how they look like exactly and how they appear on a user. So push notifications, short alert messages, also a very, very famous ad format in the industry, containing a mixture or combination of icon, text, and banner. So these are also, very native to a user. If a user is offline, if a user is browsing, he or she will be able to, see such push notifications. Very, very similar or exactly the same as notifications that you see like from Facebook or Instagram. Now, in-page push is the number 3 ad format that I have added today. In-page push is relatively new as an ad format, or I would say, kind of fresh. The main exceptional difference that this ad format has with the push notification are 2 factors. One, it can be targeted on iOS devices, while push notifications, unfortunately, still is not an option. So this is a great, great option for everybody to target iOS devices. Also, I have to mention that in order for a user to see such ads, he or she must be browsing on one of the partner websites of the publisher of the ad network. So that these ads would appear. This is also something very, very high CTR, click-through rate, very engaging. I would say it's like a sister format of push notification. And yeah, I specifically like this ad format because it's still fresh, it's new, and it can generate a lot of performance for advertisers.
And
we have
the main difference, just to clarify, the main difference
Sure.
between push notifications and in-app push, as far as I see it,
in-page push.
Yeah, push notification can be triggered at any moment, even if a user is not actively browsing a web page.
Absolutely.
And in-app page push is only triggered when a user stays on a page, right?
Exactly. As I mentioned, even if the user is offline, he will be able to see such ads on push notifications. But mind you, on in-page push, the user has to be online and browsing actively.
Clear now, Rance.
All right, perfect. So lastly, we have native banners. This is a very classic, very engaging ad format. I will show you further on how it looks like. There's a quick, brief description of it is these are content widget ads that contains a banner size image with a significant amount of text, a very generous amount of text, in order for you to elaborate what kind of offer you're promoting. And they seem very, very natural and blend well with the content of the site, specifically sites such as news websites, lifestyle blogs, and health websites as well. Let's take a look at how Popunder ads actually look like. As I said, these are user initiated. As you can see, this is an e-commerce offer where the use of the landing page, it's very clear, it's quite engaging, and it really performs for so many years. Do you agree, Roman?
Yeah. I mean, I've started my way in affiliate marketing with Popunder back in, I don't know, 2015 or something. And as far as I know, that still performs well. And what I would like to mention is here that when you run Popunders, there are no creatives except for your landing page. So no banners, no, I don't know, titles, advertorial text, nothing like that. So it's relatively easy to start.
Absolutely. And of course, I mean, further on, in an affiliate advertiser, in an affiliate marketer's career, he would be able to extract more information about Popunder, specifically regarding pre-landers and how we use them exactly to create a higher synergy or urgency for users to click on and perform an action within the flow and the offer that is promoted. Let's also take a look at what current top verticals are working for Popunder. We can see finance, such as crypto offers, FX offers, Forex offers, work really great with this ad format. Sweepstakes as well, iGaming, utilities, such as extensions, apps, you name it, VPNs, software, mobile content, and e-commerce. And I want to discuss a little bit now about what kind of suitable pricing models there are currently in the market for Popunder campaigns. So, traditionally we have the CPM model where the advertiser pays a fixed price for 1,000 impressions. This is a very simple, very straightforward pricing model.
Cost
Next we
per
have
mile.
Yeah.
CPM stands for cost per mile.
Cost per mile, yeah, absolutely. Cost per mile. That's you pay for 1,000 impressions. That's it. Second, we have, I would say, a upgraded version of CPM or an automated version of it. Smart CPM. It's also industry-wide utilized. This is a automated model where the system or the algorithm of the ad network detects the best CPM price for each zone. This is something that new affiliates should be using because it's automated, and I definitely recommend when you're in the midst of choosing what kind of pricing model to start with, make sure to start with automated pricing models, so that will help you to have a more cost-efficient campaign. As you can see right underneath Smart CPM, I've added Target CPA. This is also something that is very important for affiliates, new affiliates to know about, is that in combination with the Smart CPM, you can also have a Target CPA tool. What does actually this mean? So a Target CPA is an automated tool that optimizes a CPA campaign according to the conversion price of the offer and what advertisers are willing to pay. And it automatically excludes sources or websites that exceed the specified price by the advertiser. Is it clear?
Yeah, that's clear. At least
awesome.
As clear as it can be.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean,
I want to.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that if our guys have more questions, they just can comment under this video, and we will try to deal with those questions.
For sure, absolutely. And I really want these pricing models to be very clear for each and everyone who's joining us. Lastly, we have CPA goal. So CPA goal is another pricing model that would help, especially in general, everybody, exactly. So CPA goal is built atop of the CPM pricing model, and it finds the best converting traffic based on the desired CPA. So what does this mean? If your CPA is per se $2, the system optimizes your campaign in order to generate conversions at your preferred price. Now, how this works exactly is if your offer, if your campaign is performing really, really well enough, then you're going to generate more and more volumes. And on the other hand, if the campaign on CPA gold pricing model is not performing so well, then most probably the advertiser, the affiliate, should make some optimizations. Maybe increase your bid a little bit and some other optimization or targeting options in order to allow the campaign to perform well.
Rance, may I ask you what pricing model would you suggest to start from for new affiliates? Just to stick to simple CPM or go for smart CPM or?
Sure. I mean, I would suggest, testing everything, but in terms of new affiliates, it's very important that everything is automated. Or on the other hand, if the affiliate wants to, test the waters a little bit and see exactly how CPM works, I mean, he can start with CPM, where she pays a fixed price, and it's very clear, and you can adjust your bid according to how your campaign is performing. But I mean, all in all, at the end of the day, personally, I really, really prefer that they start with automated pricing models or with additional tools, optimization tools.
Thanks.
Shall we move forward?
Yeah. That
awesome.
was
Great.
Enough.
Awesome. Right. So let's talk a little bit further about push notifications. As you can see, and as I mentioned, these are short alert messages that are very native to users. And this is how they look like on Android, on Windows devices, and on Mac OS. We said that push notifications are not available on iOS devices. So make sure that you are aware of this. The top verticals for push notifications currently and are trending are, of course, sweepstakes offers, finance, iGaming, online casino, online betting, utilities, again, such as VPN offers, extensions, mobile apps, and dating as well. I mean, this for sure is one of the most preferred vertical when it comes to push notifications. I mean, as I showed here previously, right?
We are going to run dating offers on push traffic tomorrow. We have a practical webinar. So I encourage everyone who is watching us now to also join us tomorrow and see on practice how we do it step by step, how we launch campaign, analyze it, and so on and so forth.
That's really, really awesome. That's really awesome for everybody to see. All right, so let's take in-page push. Previously, we said that this ad format is something exactly, as a push notification would appear to a user. Main exceptional differences, as we mentioned, are available on iOS, and the user must be online browsing in order for him or for her to see such ads. And this is how they appear on a user's device. Top verticals here are quite frankly the same as on push notifications because of the nature and the similarities of both ad formats, right? So sweepstakes, again, finance, iGaming, utilities, dating. Of course, you can try other verticals, but these are the ones that I recommend personally for now in terms of new affiliates coming in and promoting such offers. Native ads. With native ads, as I said, very, very natural looking, blends well with the content of a website. And this is how they look like, combination of a banner size and a very generous amount of text. And the top verticals here are iGaming, finance, Nutra, which works perfectly on native ads, entertainment such as desktop games, and of course, dating as well. Now, let's take a look about the best pricing models to start with for push notifications, in-page push, and native ads.
That is a bit different, right, from Popunders?
I would say there are some differences, but in all aspects, the pricing models are, again, here we see CPM, which essentially you pay a fixed price for 1,000 impressions, as we said, cost per mile. And there is another very, very famous pricing model, which is CPC, and is very preferred, widely. And I'm sure you're going to agree with me on this. Whereas the audience who clicks on the ad are the ones that are interested, and thus it's the only way that the advertiser will pay for this pricing model. Whenever a user clicks on the ad, that's it. He pays for, one click.
So CPC means cost per click, and you pay for every single click on your ad.
Absolutely, every single click.
Right.
And here I want to discuss about target CPA again, because for new affiliates, this is very, very attractive and very useful to have a CPM or a CPC campaign on push, in-page, or native ads, where you have an automated algorithm that optimizes your campaign, again, according to your price, the conversion price you're willing to pay for one conversion for your offer, right? So again, here I recommend, testing all of these, CPM and CPC, along with the target CPA for each. I think that the new affiliates will be able to identify which pricing model is much more performing for them. Now, I want to discuss very briefly about targeting options, because I consider this very, very important. The ad network has multiple various such targeting options in order for you to narrowly target the audience that you're looking for. So, based on country, for example, you're targeting the USA, targeting a city or a state, targeting New York. You'll be able to target based on device, mobile device, desktop or mobile. I suggest separating these when you're initially launching campaigns. Browser language. This is also something for me, actually, it's very, very interesting, because, for example, you have an offer for the USA that is targeting the Spanish community or the Spanish speaking audience. Then you'll be able to use and utilize this option in order to do that. Also, we have OS and browser targeting, user activity, which a quick description of it is user activity. I mean, I think most ad networks already have this, if I'm not mistaken. So user activity is the categorizing of how fresh the user is. So for, let's say, there are 3 categories, I think widely. High user activity, these are fresh users who just subscribe to, let's say, push notifications, in-page push, and wish to receive such notifications. Medium user activity, these are mostly users who these are subscribers rather that have seen some ads and quite more selectively click on through to such advertisements. And the broader audience, where of course, I mean, that's where you should also focus into when it comes to volumes. And last, we have whitelist or blacklist. This is very important when it comes to analyzing and checking, rather excluding or including sources or what we call websites that are not performing for your campaign or top performing for your campaign. Now, through all of those things that we discussed about targeting, I also want to discuss with you and talk about how you actually track essential data, because each ad network provides, I would say basic data when it comes to how your campaign is performing. And you have to consider at the end to work with an S2S, server to server, third-party tracking company in order for you to generate and extract more data, advanced data, to help you optimize your campaigns further. As you can see, data is king, and this is true. This is a fact. Without data, you won't be able to optimize your campaign, the right way.
Yeah, we can't stress it enough. In our industry, in affiliate marketing, data is king. If you don't track your data, if you don't analyze your data, you're wasting your money. You have no chance whatsoever to succeed.
Absolutely. So I recommend new affiliates to research thoroughly about the top third-party tracking companies that they should work with, and they should be very simple, very user-friendly, and have extensive amount of support from their team in order to understand exactly how this tracking solution works. So, I mean, I would suggest some of the top in the industry, but as you can see, I mean, you can see Volume, you can see Venom. You choose, do your research. As I said, go on platforms such as STM or AffLift, where there is tons and tons of information that you can check out, so you can grab all the necessary information for yourself, and eventually choose not just an ad network as we're discussing, but also SOS trackers. Now, I want to discuss and stress about what kind of verticals new affiliates should work with initially, in order to test the waters, in order to have a feel and a vibe of how it works exactly when it comes to promoting an offer, how to set up a campaign. And so I would suggest to start with the sweepstakes offers that are simple. The conversion is quite easy, specifically when it comes to single opt-in campaigns. Single opt-in campaigns offers mean that the requirement is basically an email submission from the user who sees the ad, telephone number, whatever it is. I mean, as you can see, when it comes to sweepstakes, it is quite suitable for you to start because of cheap testing in various geos, tier 3, preferably, just for you to feel exactly how to set up these such campaigns. You can see here, by using push notifications, you are able to extract conversions with a very good combination of creatives and a nice landing page. Another thing is, of course, the use of pre-landers, where there is more there's a creation of more excitement or urgency for a user to click through, such as you may have won an iPhone or a voucher or anything as such. And these are some factors that new affiliates should have in mind. And I really believe that sweepstakes is one of the best verticals to start with. Another vertical, Roman, that I recommend our audience is software or utilities, mainly because of the fact that, for example, app installs, the price that is required for such offers is relatively low. I mean, and I added an example of personally one of my biggest partners as a senior strategic account manager, UC Browser. So as you can see, we've been using very easily converting flows, such as using push notifications with just very straightforward kind of texting, guiding the user onto the Google Play Store to download the app. Again, on your left, you can see the use of a Popunder pre-lander with a CTA button to click through and go again to the Google Play Store. And this is why I also recommend this vertical. Make sure that you find and search for affiliate network or CPA networks to get such offers from. And in this case, I recommend 𝐤𝐸do.com. Very quick here, this CPA network has top performing converting offers, direct offers that I really believe that new affiliates can start with. Let's discuss about common rookie mistakes. Now, we see a lot of this. I don't know about you, Roman, but I mean, personally, I see a lot of affiliates, even experienced affiliates, doing such kind of mistakes. And it can happen, but make sure to have these in mind and take them into account so that you are prepared. So ad display frequency. I mean, this applies to all ad formats. So make sure that you're not bombarding a user with so many ads a day. So make sure that the ad frequency, the ad delivery, that the user sees an ad perhaps once, one, maximum 2 or 3 times in a 24-hour span. Poor quality of creatives, of course, this is also very crucial. Make sure that you have high quality and relevant creatives for the specific campaign offer that you're going to promote. Number 3, boring audience with the same creatives. I recommend everybody to rotate and refresh their creatives on a bi-weekly basis. This just because of the fact that, users get bored of, seeing the same exact creatives all the time. And if you refresh them, perhaps even a lot more frequent, then you'll be able to generate more and more performance or, conversions in the end. Landing page doesn't match push, in-page, or native creatives. I'm going through these quickly, but landing pages that doesn't match, the actual ads is a problem. It's a huge problem, because imagine, having a creative for a sweepstake offer where, there's an image of an iPhone and leading the user to a dating offer. It just doesn't make sense. And, oddly enough, I've seen such cases before. As I also previously mentioned, desktop and mobile traffic in the same campaign, make sure that you target, devices separately. It just makes sense when it comes to extracting the data and collecting such information. It just makes sense to have everything separate and clear enough for you. Again, user activity, as we discussed previously, make sure to target the right audience for your campaign, and violations of policies. Now, this is very, very important, because we see a lot of campaigns that are being rejected because of non-compliant creatives. And the way that you can, understand what requirements each ad network has, because, each and every ad network has different requirements, different rule set. And so make sure that you go online, search for their knowledge base, search for their blogs, search for articles that, ad networks publish, so that you are aware of such cases and what creatives to use. Again, in order for you to understand and fully decide on which ad network to start with and start working with, there's also very crucial information regarding how you'll be able to maximize your activity, in terms of affiliate marketing. And these are webinars that ad networks consistently publish online, on social media, on YouTube. Make sure to check out each and every webinar, because there are tons and tons of information. I tell you, there's so many information now that even us as experienced in the market, Roman, if you agree, we learn things every single day.
Yeah, definitely, right? Definitely. If you don't learn, you just stop to develop your skills, just as simple as that. I don't even know how to stress it enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, a great ad network obviously has 24/7 live chat support. So this is very crucial if you're in a time zone that's different, or you have different hours. This is also very important in order for you to have access to somebody from the ad network's end. If you have any questions, on the spot, have somebody to answer any query that you may have. And lastly, affiliate social clubs. I see this a lot, and it's very, very enticing. So ad networks are now utilizing social media platforms in order to, gather and have a community of, like-minded affiliates, advertisers alike, in order to discuss together, meet each other, and make friends in the industry. And this is very, very exciting. And I really consider this such an important factor, because you can learn a lot of things from fellow affiliates.
Agree.
So to sum it all up, let's talk a little bit, briefly about what we discussed. What to have into account in order for you to choose the ad network that you're going to start working with. The ad network size. Make sure that you research online about the ad network that you're going to work with. There are small ad networks, there are big ad networks. Make sure to work with the best. Direct premium quality traffic. Make sure that the traffic is top-notch quality traffic. As I said, go online, ask people, ask everybody in terms of their feedback, and you'll be able to decide yourself forward. Dashboard interface, user-friendly platforms, ad networks, they're constantly updating their platforms, a lot of updates here and there, and this is very important, especially again, for newbies. User targeting options, the more targeting options, the better. That's it. Initial budget, as we said, start slow, start smart, And this is something that most ad networks provide. And of course, available ad units. As we talked about some of the widely used ad formats in the industry, and not just, I hope that I've provided, essential and starter information for our audience in order to start their venture and join us in this industry.
You really did. You really did, Renz.
All right. So very quickly, I want to thank you, Roman, and your team for allowing us to be part of this. I really think that this is something so crucial. Everybody now is at home, and joining and becoming an affiliate marketer provides you with a lot of freedom. It provides you with a lot of access because you can work from anywhere. And the industry, as I said, it's always fluctuating. Things always change, and from season to season, especially now with the coronavirus pandemic. I mean, we do see some verticals that have declined in demand, but we see others that have decreased. We're going to talk about that perhaps in another webinar. Let's see, in another presentation. And quickly, as a thank you for having us, we also want to provide new affiliates with a chance to have a bonus code to start with at PropellerAds. So make sure to follow the guidelines here. I'm not going to go through them quite a lot. Just send me an email on the email that you see, add a subject. I'll reply with a sign up link, and you will then receive your a bonus code. So that's it for me. Thank you so much. It was definitely, amazing for me to provide such information to our audience. And I hope that I've helped in some way for them to consider, which ad network to choose for them.
Right, Ren. Thank you very much for your presentation. I really like that. It was very technically advanced. It was a pleasure to,
appreciate it.
To explore it. We still have another 10 minutes to talk, so I have a few questions for you to ask. But before I ask my questions, I also encourage people to ask their questions in comment section, and we might be able to address those. And if you have your questions regarding the promo codes or regarding the presentation or anything at all, make sure you ask those questions. And yeah, Renz, can you just stop sharing your screen and let's face each other and talk?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was cool. It was cool. I didn't even want to interrupt you because you were so confident going through that.
Appreciate it.
First question I have for you is for those who don't know how affiliate networks works in general, I need to ask you, where do you get the traffic actually? How do you aggregate it?
Where we get the traffic as PropellerAds? Is that what you're asking? As an ad network, because you mentioned affiliate network.
I apologize. An ad network.
Ad network.
In other words, the question is where an ad network does get traffic from.
For sure. I mean, with PropellerAds, there are hundreds and hundreds, even thousands of publishers that are working with us directly. And this is, very transparent of us. We are only working with direct sources, with direct, trusted, and credible publisher websites, that are very compliant, because we want to make sure that, again, there is no, misleading or suspicious kind of traffic that is being provided to our, trusted advertisers as well. So how do we attract supply? So basically, they come to us. They know PropellerAds. I mean, we've been in the industry for almost 10 years. So, I mean, a lot of websites do, come to us and are interested in working with us. So, yeah, that is the means that, we connect with them.
So just to clarify it, by publishers, you mean websites?
For ad networks, a publisher is a website, yes.
Yeah, that's clear. So if I am a website owner, if I am a webmaster, I might come to PropellerAds or any other advertising network and say, look, I have a certain amount of people visiting my website. How can I monetize those? And then you start to show ads on my website. This way I make my income, my money. Just
We make
as simple as
sure
that.
yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we make sure prior to adding tags on a publisher's website that that we have a full check of the publisher. I mean, this is very crucial, especially for ad networks to comply with industry standards or high quality standards. That this happens. We have great policy team in place, ready to action 24/7 in order to prevent any issues with providing traffic to our advertisers.
Another thing I wanted to clarify a little bit is an auction. So you sell your traffic on auction model. Can you elaborate a little bit on that? What is bidding system? How does it all work? Like just the basic of it.
Sure. I mean, on CPM, I mean, it's very clear that it's first price auction. Whoever has the highest bid gets the most traffic. Now, we also have the smart CPM, as we talked about, thoroughly. This pricing model is on a second price bidding system, which means, do we have time for me to elaborate and share
we still
a very
have a bit
small
of time.
example?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So second price auction happens on a smart CPM campaign. For example, you have a campaign in the USA, right? And you have a CPM of $5. Now your second competitor right after you is bidding at $4. The second competitor that you have is at $2, and the third competitor that you have is bidding $1 for CPM. Now, if you have a bid of CPM price at $5, the system on the second price auction immediately bills you on a second price auction, which means that you're not going to pay $5. I mean, that's the essential aspect of what second price auction is. You're going to pay a little bit above of what your second competitor is willing to pay. So if your second competitor, as I said, is $3, you are going to be able to pay only around roughly $3.10, $3.15. And it makes it very fair for you in order to pay the best CPM price.
So if you are winning an auction, that means that you pay just slightly above the second bid, not the bid
Absolutely.
that you place. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's actually important to understand. Very important to understand.
Sure. I'm really glad that you asked that question because it's very important. So thank you.
Thank you for answering. Let me come up with another question. All right.
Sure.
You mentioned user activity, which is might be low, medium, and high. And
Sure.
I sort of get how that works, but can you please advise us, how do we start? Do we even need to pay attention on those targeting options, or do we start from high, or do we activate them all? Something to advise here.
All right. I'm going to rewind and say that, for example, you have a new offer and you want to test on push notifications, with very engaging creatives, then I would suggest to start with high user activity. Why? Because these users are more probable to engage with your ad, and the conversion rate will be higher eventually. As you understand, Roman, of course, separating these categories, the billing can be fluctuated. So for example, for high user activity users, or as I said, fresh users who subscribe to push notifications, for example, they will be worth higher, right? And it makes a lot of sense. So that is why I recommend, especially if you have a new offer, to test, your creatives, and launch on high user activity, of course, without undermining the rest of the categories, such as medium. Medium basically are users who have subscribed for some days and have seen a couple of ads, but are still interactive, and are engaged when it comes to seeing ads and clicking through. Now, the third category is the broader audience. So this is where everybody falls into. If you have an offer, for example, let's say you have a casino offer, right? And you're providing, some kind of bonus for users to, attract them to, engage in the offer and perform an action. So I suggest to target this category, because you know, broader audience does not mean that they're not engaged. They just need some kind of better way of approaching them. So
Right.
these are the main differences for each category.
That's clear, man. You know what I also wanted to ask you?
Sure.
What was it? What was it? Yeah, we covered 4 ad formats today, which is Popunders, push notifications, in-app push, and native traffic. But for those who have never run ads at all, how would you advise to start? Any of these formats is suitable, or would you stick to any certain format to just, you know, touch it?
Sure. Again, I mean, you know, the purpose of this presentation is to present the best ad formats. And these are the 4 best ad formats that I recommend for, you know, newbies to start with. I mean, you can test first like push notifications, where, you know, there's high engagement, or, you know, in-page push, and, you know, maybe move along to Popunder later on, or native ads. But I mean, you can choose any of these as long as you have the necessary information about each and every one of them, how to target, how to set up a campaign, and which pricing models to use.
Last question I have for you, Rance, is
Sure.
regarding moderation process. Every ad that is submitted has to pass a moderation process, right?
Absolutely.
And my question is, how long does it normally take? And what people should pay attention to?
Sure. It normally takes not long. I mean, it normally takes about, you know, perhaps instantly or an hour, but make sure that, again, your creatives are, you know, compliant, and, you know, rest assured that policy will be very, very, you know, flexible when it comes to approving your campaigns.
Clear. And thank you very much, Rance, once again. Want to
Appreciate
remind anyone that you can ask questions. By asking questions, you learn. Also, pay attention on those promo codes. They're quite rare, and they basically mean free traffic. You top up $200, you receive $250.
Let me just share the screen right again, I mean, for everybody, because we have limited amount of codes. So make sure to send an email to contact.us@PropellerAds.com with the subject new affiliate AVS for Affiliate Virtual Summit. Again, thank you so much for having us. And yes, make sure to grab one of these limited bonus codes for you to have a sweeter introduction and start in the world of advertising.
Free traffic to anyone, actually, which is cool. Right. Thanks everyone for watching Affiliate Marketing Virtual Summit. That was Roman with you from AV People and Rance from PropellerAds.
Rance from PropellerAds. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Was lovely to talk to you. And guys, I'll see you next time. Submit your questions. We will try to answer them. Bye now. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.